The Talking Bird Who Revealed a Secret Forest. On the edge of a beautiful little village, surrounded by green hills and a magical forest, lived two sisters named Laiba and Halima. The sisters loved adventures more than anything. Every weekend, they would explore new places with their dad, searching for interesting things hidden in nature. One sunny morning, their dad said, "Today we are going for a walk near the old forest trail. But remember, stay close and never go too far." "Don't worry, Dad," said Laiba excitedly. "We will be careful," added Halima with a big smile. The forest was full of amazing sights. Butterflies danced between flowers, squirrels jumped from tree to tree, and birds sang beautiful songs. The sisters were busy collecting colorful leaves when suddenly they heard a strange sound. "Help! Can someone please help me?" The girls stopped walking. "Did you hear that?" whispered Halima. "Yes, but where did it come from?" replied Laiba. They looked around, behind the bushes and under the trees. Then they saw a small, beautiful bird with shiny blue feathers sitting on a branch. "Hello, I'm Coco," said the bird. The sisters froze in surprise. "Wait, did that bird just talk?" asked Laiba. The bird tilted its head and laughed. "Yes, I did. I have been waiting a long time to meet someone who can hear me." Halima stepped closer carefully. "How can you talk?" Coco flapped his wings proudly. "This forest has a special secret. Long ago, a magical tree gave some animals the ability to speak, but only people with truly kind hearts can hear our voices." The sisters couldn't believe their luck. They had always dreamed of something magical happening, and now they had met a real talking bird. Coco invited them deeper into the forest. "Come with me. I want to show you something amazing." The girls followed Coco along a hidden path covered with flowers. Soon they reached a secret part of the forest they had never seen before. There was a sparkling waterfall, colorful birds flying everywhere, and tiny animals living happily together. "Wow," said Halima. "It looks like a fairy tale." Coco smiled. "This place is called Whispering Forest, but recently, something terrible has happened." The sisters became curious. "What happened?" asked Laiba. Coco looked worried. "The magical golden bell that protects the forest has disappeared. Without it, the forest animals are losing their way home, and the plants are starting to lose their magic." "Oh no," said Halima. "We have to help you find it." Coco smiled happily. "I knew you would say that. That is why I brought you here." The adventure began. First, they followed a trail of golden feathers near the river. They crossed a small wooden bridge and searched behind giant rocks. Suddenly, they heard a noise. "Did someone follow us?" whispered Laiba. Behind the bushes, they found a little rabbit. "Please don't be scared," said the rabbit. "I saw where the golden bell went." "Where?" asked Coco. "The wind carried it towards the old mountain cave." The sisters, Coco, and the rabbit quickly traveled towards the cave. Inside, it was dark and mysterious. Strange sounds echoed from the walls. "Do you think we can find it?" asked Halima. "We can if we stay together," said Laiba. Deep inside the cave, they saw something shining. "It's the golden bell," shouted Coco. But suddenly, a strong wind pushed the bell further away. "Oh no," said Coco. The sisters quickly worked together. Laiba held onto a tree branch while Halima carefully reached for the bell. "I got it!" shouted Halima. Everyone cheered. When Coco rang the golden bell, the entire forest came alive again. Flowers opened, birds sang louder, and animals returned happily to their homes. All the forest creatures gathered around the sisters. "Thank you for saving our home," they said. Coco flew around them happily. "You proved something important today. Real magic is not about special powers. It is about kindness, courage, and helping others." Before leaving, Coco gave Laiba and Halima a small magical feather. "Keep this as a reminder that you always have a friend in the forest." The sisters waved goodbye as Coco flew into the colorful sky. From that day, whenever Laiba and Halima walked near the forest, they listened carefully. Because sometimes, behind the sound of the trees and the singing birds, a familiar voice could still be heard saying, "Hello, friends. I'm waiting for your next adventure." Moral: kindness and teamwork can solve even the biggest problems.